Why are people so shit scared of the truth? I hate using that term, but they are. People are actually shit scared of the truth. Why is that? Why don't people want to know about what happened during COVID? Think about it. They locked us down. They took away people's businesses. They wouldn't let us travel. They forced people to take an experimental vaccine, they called it. And it's not a vaccine, but anyways, they made people take a therapy that was unproven, untested. As much as they say it was tested, it wasn't tested. But it doesn't matter. It wasn't tested properly. We know that. And here we are after it, and people are more confused and scared than they were when they started the first time around. So let's talk about it. They talked about the masks. Remember the masks? Eventually, the manufacturer said, listen, we're not saying this thing works. They had to put it on the packaging. This does not stop any airborne viruses. They're too small, especially with the mask open. You're breathing through here. You're pulling it down. Then we had lockdowns. There are countries right now that are going to court right now because the citizens are suing them because they had lockdowns and they can prove that the lockdowns didn't work. These were the geniuses that told us, oh, the lockdowns, we've got to do that. Why? Then we also had quarantines. Remember quarantines? How dumb was that? You go into a home, you could have a 100-year-old in that house, the great-grandfather, and you could have a baby in that house, okay? And a whole bunch of other people, and you lock them all in together without testing them. Has anybody ever heard of anything so stupid in their life? You don't even test it? I was around a friend of mine who had a ranch. When they had a sick animal, they would test it. They would bring the vet in, or the farmer, if he knew what he was doing, or the rancher. They would test the animal and say, yeah, this animal has disease X, whatever that is. They would quarantine that animal from the rest of the animals. They wouldn't lock him in with 10 other ones or 50 others or whatever the deal is, like they were doing with these quarantines. Like, how silly is that? They wouldn't lock that animal in with its family. It doesn't work like that. Then we had the vaccine rollout. The rollout of the vaccine, what a disaster. Remember Fauci, the genius, came out and said, hey, take this shot. You won't get it and you won't transmit it. Boom. Just, it works that simple. Just get in there, get that shot, get that shot. They had de Blasio, the mayor of New York, another criminal, who was saying, if you get the shot, you get a hamburger and fries. They had people out there giving away beer, tickets to a strip club if you would go in there, lottery tickets if you go get your vaccine. Like, really? That's the professionalism of these people? They have to bribe people to go get a shot? Then we had the second shot. They said, well, okay, the first one didn't work, but the second one, that one, boom, we know that one works really great. You won't get it. You won't transmit it. Who was on TV? Joe Biden and Justin Trudeau. After shot 1, I got COVID. After shot 2, I got COVID. You imagine if this was, I don't even want to laugh when I say this, but during the time of polio, now that's a vaccine that actually worked because it's an actual vaccine. Could you imagine you get the polio vaccine and the next day you're in a wheelchair? I think there'd be lawsuits out there. Like, this stuff doesn't make any sense. Then there was the third shot. The third is the charm, remember? And they both said, Trudeau and Biden and all the rest of these idiots came out and said, take the shot, guaranteed you won't get it, you won't transmit it. Oh, sorry, we have to stop. There's an important news announcement. It's Justin Trudeau. Hi, I can't come into Parliament today. I got COVID for the third time. Then he had it the fourth time. I don't even know how many times he had it. Biden was the same way. The problem with Biden, he doesn't know if he actually has it, okay? They have to tell him everything because he doesn't know what he has, what he doesn't have, and he's the leader of the free world. He's the driver. He's one of the drivers behind this wonderful medication. Remember that? And then all of a sudden, we had vaccine injuries. Remember? People were getting injured. Then people were dying. And then when they came out and said, I'm injured or I'm dying, they said, oh, no, you're a liar. You're a conspiracy theorist. But everything that we've told you up until now on our side has been bing, bang, bong, perfect. Whoa, I got a bridge for sale. I got a highway for sale for you. Then all of a sudden we started seeing things like VAERS and open VAERS. Then we had a guy named Edward Dowd who came from BlackRock, the criminals, but at least he's out now saying, listen, I'm statistically taking data from doctors, more importantly from the Society of Actuaries, where they track the data, they track deaths, okay, and the insurance companies. And what they found is people, especially men between the ages of 35 and 55, the increase in death, especially death without any proper explanation, is through the roof. So these people are dying. These fairly young men, 35 to 55, are dying just like that every day, and no one's even looking at the data. Okay, these guys are. You know who else? The insurance companies. The insurance companies have this data. They just can't publish it right now because something bad is going to happen to them. But they have the data. They've already said, we have the data. The data shows an increase in sudden deaths in certain people, and it's across the board, okay? It's just worse by age group when you get to 35 to 55. So why don't we get together? Why are we all chicken shits? Why don't we get together and say, listen, whatever side you're sitting on, because if you took a vaccine, you should know what vaccine you took, and you should also know, is there some sort of a treatment for it? Dr. Peter McCullough is working on all sorts of cures, but none of these things will get out because the people that took the vaccine are at home with a diaper on, and they're going, I don't want to hear about it. Conspiracy theory. Oh, he's a quack, quack, quack. He's a quack. Conspiracy theory. How stupid is that? How immature is that? Let's all wake up, take our fingers out of our asses, okay? Let's take our fingers out of our rectums and stop being a bunch of babies, stop wearing a diaper, and let's all forge forward. Let's go to Justin Trudeau and Joe Biden and all of the people that are working together with the WHO. Remember the WHO? Who caused the problem? The WHO. So let's go to the WHO and say, open the information, okay? Make the information available to all of us so we can make our own decision, okay? If you want to call me a quack, not me a quack, but you want to call a doctor with an opposing opinion a quack, that's your business, okay? If the guy's got 12 years of medical school, he's got all the accreditation, the guy's an author like Peter McCullough, he lectures at the universities, all that. You want to call that guy a quack, call him a quack. You want to call Gert Vanden Bosch, Dr. Gert Vanden Bosch, one of the greatest people out there that knows what's going on with his vaccine. You want to call him a quack, call him a quack, okay? He's asked to debate. So is Peter McCullough. These guys are begging. Dr. Paul Alexander. These guys are begging, okay? Dr. Robert Malone, the guy that actually invented the mRNA. They'll say he didn't. Okay, let's just say he had a part to play in the mRNA, which he did. He's begging. He's begging. He's down on his knees saying, I want to go on national TV. I want to debate anybody. Fauci, you can bring 100 guys. I'll debate them, and I'll put them right to bed. But they won't allow it. You know why? Because the people out there who are wearing a diaper, sucking their thumb, and shitting themselves because they don't want to know the truth about this vaccine, don't want it. And until they want it, we're not going to see it. And we all need to know what happened so it never happens again. You know why? Because they're going to do it again, and it's going to be your fault. And I hope your children never forgive you for that.